I'm willing to work with anybody that's on the table that want to make some money. I'm a businessman, so I would love to make all of these fights happen. So,
When do you think that fight would happen?
I can't tell you no dates. I don't know.
But I would imagine you want to get back in ASAP, right?
I'm ready whenever.
Yeah.
Is debate who's the most exciting fighter, who's the biggest box office attraction in boxing. That would happen to be Gervonta Davis. We just got to accept it. So the biggest fight of your career, of your life, you blew because of the manner in which you got taken out.
The dude that's in the headline right now, Ryan Garcia, guess who knocked his ass out? Tank Davis. The dude that he just fought, Mario Barrios, that he couldn't get rid of, guess who knocked his ass out when he was undefeated? Tank Davis. Guess who Ryan Garcia lost to, you know what I'm saying, before this fight? Who he lost to? Rolly Romero. Guess who knocked his ass out? Tank Davis. So what I'm telling y'all is, man, that I wish Tank believed in his damn self.
Shakur Stevenson wasn't playing games. He stepped forward with full confidence, made his position crystal clear, and let the entire boxing world know that he was ready, willing, and prepared to take on any challenge. The door wasn't just open, it was wide open. And he was standing right there waiting for someone brave enough to walk through it.
I mean, anybody coming in bringing money to the sport of boxing, I respect it. So we're going to bring money, hit my line, I'm ready to make some money.
You think that'll allow fans to see the best fight the best more often?
Like I said, I'm willing to work with any and everybody. If y'all want to make a big fight happen, I'm here. So I'm down with all that.
But Gervonta Davis wasn't backing down either. Tank made it clear he wanted that fight just as badly. But before pointing forward, he turned his attention directly to Shakur Stevenson and delivered a cutting, calculated critique. In Davis's eyes, Stevenson had never truly been tested by a complete fighter. And until that day came, Tank believed Shakur simply didn't have the answers for someone with real, elite-level skill.
Nah, for sure. Do you think that's going to be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Because he a good boxer, nigga. Like, that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right,
his power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. If you go look at his fights.
So you
I
feel
probably
like
pin him on game by the time that. Yeah,
hold on, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like,
come on, bro.
And then the gloves came off, verbally. Shakur Stevenson stepped in front of the cameras and dropped a bombshell accusation that sent shockwaves through the entire boxing community. According to Stevenson, Gervonta Davis had been talking a big game in public while doing absolutely nothing behind the scenes. No contract was ever sent. No real offer ever came. And for Shakur, that silence said everything. It wasn't just a scheduling issue. It wasn't business complications. In his mind, and in the minds of millions of fans watching, it was proof that Tank Davis was avoiding this fight entirely.
Jake said Tank just said on Twitter that he sent Shakur a contract and went elsewhere.
All my life, Tank a liar. If he just said that shit, that nigga's a liar. He need to stop lying.
Okay.
Yo, no cap. If he sent me a contract, tell him to post that contract. Post the contract he sent me. That's what I want to see. And I want to see that. Don't make up no fake contract. Don't post the contract you sent me. I would love to see it.
Damn, okay.
And show me you sent it to me. To the email, to make sure that I got it, nigga.
Shakur Stevenson then turned the lens on himself and delivered one of the most honest and compelling self-assessments you will ever hear from a professional fighter. He didn't dodge the comparison with Davis. He faced it head-on. Shakur acknowledged that Tank possesses something rare and genuinely dangerous, a natural knockout power that puts opponents down 9 times out of 10. But Stevenson was equally clear about what he brings to the table. Elite vision. Instinctive reflexes. The kind of God-given eyes that see punches before they're even thrown. Two fighters. Two completely different gifts. and one inevitable collision waiting
He
to
lands
happen.
cleanly.
Tank is the face of boxing, and he get a lot of knockouts that people kind of making it like, if you ain't doing what Tank doing, then they gonna say it's boring. Do you feel like it's because of how his style is that they kind of putting that on you, like wanting you to do that?
People is blessed with different ability. He's blessed with a God-given ability that he crack you 9 times out of 10, you gonna go down. That's his ability.
Yeah.
I'm blessed with God-given eyes. A lot of people don't understand how good my eyes is. I can see really good. Like punches coming my way, I know how to get away from them
Right.
at any given time. Our abilities are just different, so they probably are judging me from a scale of him, but at the end of the day, he's a great fighter. He's a special fighter, but I'm special in my own right too.
When the predictions started pouring in from across the boxing world, one voice cut through louder than most. Roy Jones Jr., a man who has seen everything this sport has to offer, didn't hesitate for a single second. His answer was clean, confident, and direct. Shakur Stevenson wins that fight. But it wasn't just about skill or power or ring IQ. For Jones, the deciding factor came down to one word: discipline. He pointed to the way Shakur carries himself inside the ring and outside of it. Locked in, structured, never wavering. Then he turned to Gervonta Davis and noted the questions that had followed Tank beyond the ropes. When two fighters are separated by razor-thin margins of talent, Jones argued, it's the habits built in the dark that determine who stands tall when the lights are brightest.
Most
is Tank and Shakur. Now, at this point, it might be a fantasy fight with what, Tank has going on outside the ring.
Yep.
But who wins that fight right now, in your opinion?
Right now, Shakur wins it because of his discipline. Because he showed against Teofimo that he can stay very disciplined all night. And he's the type of guy, he don't really do a lot of crazy stuff in his life normally. So it's like discipline is a thing that is not only exercised inside the ring, it's exercised also outside the ring. And as we see, sometimes Gervonta has problems with discipline. But we have never seen Shakur have problems with discipline. We've seen him be more disciplined at the right times than we've seen him not have discipline. So with the fight being like it is right now, I would lean towards Shakur.
But not everyone was ready to hand Stevenson the victory. Boxing insider Hackett pulled back the curtain on something far deeper: the psychological engine that powers Gervonta Davis when everything is on the line. According to Hackett, Tank doesn't just fight with his fists. He fights with his mind. Every whisper of doubt, every piece of criticism, every person who counted him out gets filed away and converted into fuel. The trash talk doesn't rattle him. It recharges him. Davis thrives in chaos, feeds off tension, and performs at his absolute best when the stakes feel deeply personal. That psychological edge, Hackett argued, is the hidden weapon that separates Tank from every other fighter in the division. And no amount of technical preparation can fully account for a man who turns pressure into power.
The rest.
That's like when people be like, y'all hating on me, y'all this and that. They want to feel like everybody against them. Yeah. It feel like it drive them. Yeah, it feel like give them motivation. Yeah, that might be true for Tank. Tank, he gotta feel like the world is against you. You know what I mean? So everybody, you know what I mean? Just so he could bring that animal out. You know what I mean? And he might be sitting home realizing, you know what, I was talking about retiring and stuff like that, or chilling and getting up out of here. But really, I got some more work to do, cause this little itch I got, it ain't leaving.
Then came one of the most respected voices in the sport. Teddy Atlas stepped up and delivered a masterclass breakdown of exactly what makes Shakur Stevenson so uniquely difficult to fight. It isn't just one thing. It's everything working together at the same time. The awareness, the timing, the footwork, the ability to control distance and dictate the terms of every single exchange. Stevenson doesn't just avoid punches. He makes elite fighters look like they've never thrown one before. Atlas called him one of the most frustrating opponents anyone could ever face.
Because Shakur Stevenson is that difficult. Because of his style, because of his abilities, because of his eyes, because of his, his legs, and his hand speed, the way that he controls range. Tank Davis is the only guy that I can see that could possibly decipher that style and beat Shakur Stevenson.
Terrence Crawford then weighed in, and when one of the most technically gifted fighters in boxing history speaks, the entire sport listens. Crawford made his pick clear: Shakur Stevenson. But more importantly, he explained exactly why. In Crawford's eyes, Tank Davis's greatest weapon, that devastating fight-ending power, simply would not land the way it does against everyone else. Shakur's defense is too tight. His timing is too sharp.
I'm telling you, as a fighter,
yeah,
I will pick Shakur because I don't believe Tank will be able to land those big shots on Shakur like he does everybody else.
Right.
Shakur defense is just too tight. And not only Shakur, Keyshawn either.
Oh, you don't think Key either? Even right now, I feel like it's a little Key nice though, but it might be a little early for Key right now.
Listen, Tank get hits a lot. Tank, in my eyes, Tank is always losing until he's not.
Yeah, a lot of times, yeah.
If you watch those fights,
well, at least in the early rounds, middle rounds he start coming up. But I see what you're saying. Them early rounds, yeah.
Let Keyshawn start hitting them like everybody else hitting them. Let him start hitting them with everybody else, like everybody else hitting them.
Yeah.
Man, he gonna clean them. He punches too sharp.
Crawford wasn't finished. When pressed for a definitive answer, he gave one without blinking. Shakur Stevenson wins. And he made absolutely certain that nobody misread his reasoning. This wasn't about personal feelings. This wasn't about the well-known tension between him and Davis. Crawford separated the man from the fighter and gave Tank every bit of credit he deserved. Talented. Dangerous. One of the most electric names in the sport. But when the personal noise was stripped away and the pure boxing analysis remained, Crawford's conclusion was firm and unwavering. Shakur Stevenson operates on a different level.
Who you got winning that?
I got Shakur.
Are you saying that because that's your man and you don't like Tank?
No. Hey, like I said, I respect Tank. Boxing, he's one of the ones.
Yeah.
We're gonna take his personality and personal things out of it. But boxing, he's definitely talented. You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur's a different fighter. You know, Shakur's different.
But there was another fighter watching all of this very closely, and his reaction was far more personal than analytical. Keyshawn Davis had heard enough. When Tank made a careless, dismissive comment about mental health, something shifted. The respect that Keyshawn had carried for Davis, the kind of quiet admiration one fighter holds for another, evaporated in an instant. He made his feelings known without hesitation. Once that bell rings, there is no appreciation left. No acknowledgement.
Bro is about tall as that damn desk right there.
All right, talk to the camera, because he's going to be watching this. What would you say to him?
Bro, you all right. I was cool with you till you said a mental health joke about me. So I don't really respect you for real. But you could fight, bro. You could fight, but you know, since I was 16 and you was 20-something when we sparred, you already knew what type of time I was on. And now that, I'm in this position and I'm all grown up now, if you ever would give me a chance, bro, to fight you, just be ready, bro, because I'm not one of those people you've been picking on, bullying, that you could beat. You know what I'm saying? So if you ever do want to fight me, which I think you're not going to fight me because just be ready, bro. I'm not playing with you, and you getting stopped. You know what happened last time we sparred. You getting stopped, bro. Some other dude. You right. Let's some other
Former world champion Timothy Bradley could barely contain his frustration. When the conversation turned to Gervonta Davis, Bradley didn't measure his words. He unleashed them. Because here was a fighter with everything. The power. The instincts. The proven ability to break down and stop elite opponents. Bradley ran through the resume like a prosecutor building a case. Ryan Garcia, knocked out by Tank. Mario Barrios, undefeated until Davis took him apart. Rolando Romero, same story. The evidence was overwhelming. And yet somehow, the narrative around Davis kept drifting away from what he had already accomplished. Bradley's message was passionate, urgent, and deeply sincere. Stop waiting. Stop doubting. The greatness is already there. All Tank has to do is fully believe in it.
The dude that's in the headline right now, Ryan Garcia, guess who knocked his ass out? Tank Davis. The dude that he just fought, Mario Barrios, that he couldn't get rid of, guess who knocked his ass out when he was undefeated? Tank Davis. Guess who Ryan Garcia lost to? You know what I'm saying? Before this fight, who he lost to? Rolly Romero. Guess who knocked his ass out? Tank Davis. So what I'm telling y'all is, man, that I wish Tank believed in his damn self. What kind of legacy you want to leave, Tank? Come on, man. We don't want you in the tabloids for what you into right now. Hell no. We don't want that. You don't want your legacy to be that, man, attached to that. Shoot. You got a talent, man. God is giving you a talent. You can make money. You can be a legitimate player, man. Legitimate player. Remember forever, bro. Don't you want that? That's not important to you? You want your kids to go to school as they get older, they see your dad's name right there. Oh, he was a boxer, but guess what? He never faced the top of the tippity top of the boxing world.
And then came a revelation that nobody saw coming. Gervonta Davis finally opened up about the tension with Floyd Mayweather, and the full story was far more complicated than the public had been led to believe. According to Tank, this wasn't a random falling out. Floyd had been throwing subtle shots, and once Davis recognized the pattern, he refused to stay silent. He explained that he never had any reason to go after Mayweather without cause. But when the target appeared on his back, he responded. Then Davis took things even further. He looked directly into the camera and dropped a bombshell that left the room stunned.
What set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing.
It's exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal.
Yeah.
Tank no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
Terrence Crawford circled back to Shakur Stevenson one final time, and this time his words carried even more weight. He urged everyone watching to set aside the narratives, ignore the labels, and see Stevenson for exactly what he is. Not a boring fighter. Not a defensive specialist hiding behind footwork. A genuinely elite, tactically brilliant, completely unique puzzle that nobody in the sport has been able to solve. Crawford drew the comparison to Floyd Mayweather, another defensive genius who was called boring right up until people realized they were watching history.
Boxing, he's definitely talented. You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And yeah, he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur's different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they say the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that. He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring. He's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that...
Then a voice emerged from inside the gym walls, and what Richardson Hitchens revealed offered the most intimate and fascinating glimpse into this rivalry that anyone had provided yet. Long before the call-outs and the contract disputes and the social media wars, these two men had already tested each other in the most honest arena there is, the sparring ring. And according to Hitchens, what happened in those sessions told the real story. The first time Tank and Shakur shared the ring, Davis landed a clean, powerful shot that immediately announced his presence. It didn't hurt Stevenson, but it sent a message. This was not going to be a walk in the park.
Shit, like him and Shakur sparred that first time, like he caught Shakur with a good shot. Boom, he didn't hurt Shakur or nothing, but it was like, you could tell, like, if it was 8-ounce gloves, we don't know how Shakur would have reacted. It was like, because I remember him sparring Shakur, he caught Shakur with like a clean shot. Boom. And Shakur didn't shake up or do nothing, but it was a clean shot. I'm like, nigga, you sure you can take another one of that? Shakur like, what? Like, he took off his shirt and they started bumping like that. Now they going back and forth.
Hold on, was it sparring? Yeah. Was it competitive, close, all that, Shakur and Tank?
Nah, yeah, it was competitive. Then like the second time, like they sparred, like it was like a chess match. Like now Tank know, like, all right, he's really nice. Like Shakur really nice. Like all that walk down shit. I got a box. Like this nigga, like I can't just walk him down like he can really fight. So it was like Tank like switch his strategy up and like same like now Tank trying to come and walk me down. I'm in there like we fighting like it's back and forth competitive. I'm talking Calvin like nigga Calvin, this nigga's a bum.
And so here we stand at the crossroads of the most compelling rivalry in boxing today. Every debate, every prediction, every heated argument leads back to the same place. Gervonta "Tank" Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. On one side stands the most explosive knockout artist of his generation, a man capable of ending a fight with a single, devastating shot. On the other side stands the tactical genius, calm, precise, and virtually untouchable, a fighter who doesn't just win, he makes greatness look effortless. The sparring sessions have already happened. The call-outs have been made. The entire sport is watching and waiting. And when that night finally arrives, when the lights flood the arena and the bell echoes off the walls, every argument, every prediction, and every opinion will finally be silenced. Because inside those ropes, only the truth survives. And we will be right here for every single second of it.